License, registration, and proof of insurance. Your face.
My face?
Your face.
What's wrong with my face?
It's white. Yeah, all over. Yeah, like.
Officer, it's really not what it seems like. It's simple. I was going to my buddies and
What
I
is
just
that? I'm gonna need your driver's license.
Oh, come on, man! Like, come on! It's just donuts.
Okay, Mr. CRK, if that's your real name.
What is that supposed to be?
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Do you love the cocoa?
Do I love? That's an offensive.
No, there's no offense to the question.
There is offensive.
Just answer the question.
I'm trying to answer.
Just answer the question.
I am trying to answer the question.
Just answer the question.
You're not letting me answer the question.
Oh, getting feisty now, huh? Because you... Step out the vehicle.
Oh, come on, man! Like,
Come on.
come on! It's just donuts.
Let's go.
What's up, guys? So, you know that feeling that you get when you get pulled over by a cop, if you've gotten pulled over by a cop, or better, you know that feeling you get when you get caught doing something wrong? It's that weird chilly feeling you get on your back and your shoulders, and you start to like feel all sweaty, and your palms are heavy, and Eminem. But that, you know, that vibe. Well, I'm gonna talk about the day that I felt that way as a kid and technically almost got arrested. Man. So, I was 13 years old. I think I was 13. I was 13 years old, and my friends in the neighborhood, we would always get together and do something crazy, destructive, or fun. It was always fun. We always did something in a sport manner. We always did like rollerblades, skateboarding, hiking, parkouring. We'd go tubing. You name it, we most definitely did it. We tried backflips, we tried jumping off trees, it was so much fun. If we got hurt, we got hurt. At the end of the day, like it was like tough love kind of thing. Like, hey, you got hurt, whatever, it's okay. I got a broken leg, I can jump over that trampoline. I'm still going for it. We most definitely had the mentality of let's just have fun. That's something that I really miss. But anyways, with this particular day, we're trying to find something fun to do, and we ended up doing some really stupid stuff for sure. I think the first thing that we did was we got a tennis ball, and we were playing tag with a tennis ball. So basically, we'd have 3 people. I think there's about 12 of us. So there's about 3 people with tennis balls, and then we'd all huddle in a group, and then you count to 10, and then 3 people stay behind, and the rest like run around, or they run to wherever they can hide, and 3 people grab a bunch of tennis balls that are in a bucket, and they would chase these people after 10 seconds. And if you get hit with the tennis ball, then you're out. That game got a little too crazy, because obviously someone got hurt, someone got hit in the face, or someone ended up hitting a car. The neighbors got really upset, so I wouldn't advise doing any of this. My friends and I thought it would be kind of funny if we got a tennis ball and we played hot potato. So basically what we ended up doing is we got a tennis ball and we made the tennis ball flammable. I'm not going to explain how we made this tennis ball flammable, although it's pretty clear if you're mature enough to understand how this is possible. Then again, tennis balls are flammable. So let me just say this. Once again, I do not advise of this. So my friends and I got a tennis ball and made it more flammable than what it typically is. And we played hot potato, and my friend Brett threw it to a friend of ours named Nate, and Nate was holding the ball, and he threw it, and it just somehow right over the wall of our neighbor's house, and they have grass in their backyard, and now we're all freaking out. We're like, oh my gosh, dude, did that just really happen? And then we're like looking at each other, and then we all like try to run towards the nearest house, and we like hop over the wall to try to peek, because we don't want to get in trouble for trespassing, 1. And 2, we just do a ball that's on fire in someone's grass. Like that is bad, just really, really bad. And we see the tennis ball, and we see like some of the grass starts to turn yellow, and my friend Nate like jumped over the wall, grabbed the tennis ball, threw it. It rolls on the street and whatnot, and then like you hear like stomping going on, and then you smell this nasty burnt grass from the neighbor's backyard. And honestly, I don't know what the backyard looked like. I'm assuming it wasn't that bad, but you can easily tell that something was on fire, of course. So my friend Nate comes in the back, or hops over the wall, and we're like, guys, we need to totally think of a different game. After that game, we decided to go to our friend Stevie's house to try to come up with a better game to play. And we all went inside of his kitchen and looked inside the pantry, and immediately we see 2 giant bags of flour. And I don't know why it dawned on us, but we're both like, bro, have an idea. So we grab these heavy bags of flour and pouring them into these like small Ziploc bags to the point where we probably had, I don't know, maybe about 20 filled bags of powder. And immediately my friend Stevie took some powder in his hand and just the smoke goes away, and my friend's face is just like completely white out. And we were like, guys, we gotta take this outside. So we run outside, and we carry all these bags of powder, and we put it into the center of the street again. And you just grab as much bags as you possibly can. So we go 1, 2, 3, go, and then we grabbed all these bags and we dispersed. And then from there, like, we reached into the bags of powder, we started throwing at each other, got in people's eyes, got in people's hairs, but we were having fun. It was so obnoxious, absolutely. But we were having a good time. I mean, if you think about it, physical education, we were exercising, there's cardio. I mean, it's running, right? We were doing some cardio. I'm really trying to justify this. This is not okay. None of this is okay. But it was so fun. It started getting into our eyes, and then we couldn't see anything, and then someone would run into something, and it just looked really strange having about 12 kids running around with powder. Suddenly, you hear that noise, and you just know. Like, you just know that this is just gonna go really wrong really quickly. And immediately, we all take a left, and you see this cop car with the flashing lights, and we are scared, like, done, over, terrified, and we're standing there with like these bags of powders in our hands, and my friends, not being mature, they find a way to just throw it at any wall they can possibly find, or put it behind their pants, or stuff it in their jeans. It was just really bad. I'm gonna keep saying this. This is such. We were so obnoxious. We were so bad. We were so stupid. Oh my goodness. I don't know what we were thinking. The cop gets out of his car, and from the amount of bags that we've had, most of them are probably thrown up in a tree, in a bush, and a few of our pants and pockets and a mailbox, it was just really bad. And the cop comes out, and he just didn't say anything. And immediately my friend's like, we're just having fun, it's not what you think it is. And the cop goes, what are you trying to say that I don't think it is? And the cop just made us stand there for what felt like 5 minutes, but it was probably like only 30 seconds. I just think the heat of that moment, the amount of pressure of getting in trouble was just, oh my gosh, it was just really strong. I know for a fact. He was most definitely picking on us. He made my friend stand up. His name is Richard. And he says, hey Richard, you see that rail over there? I want you to walk next to that rail and walk as straight as you possibly can. And the reason I think he picked on Richard is because Richard's eyes were so bloodshot because of the powder. It was just all in there. And Richard could potentially walk a straight line, but he was looking wobbly and acting super dramatic and not the way he should be. He should probably just walk and act like it was no big deal. The cop looks at us and goes, so where are your parents? And immediately you're just like,
no, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Here's why. Stevie's parents were at work. Brett's parents were at work. Tiffany's parents were at work. Colin's parents were at work. Charlie's parents were at work. Anthony's parents were at work. My mom was home. But I wasn't willing to go to my mom. My dad was at work. Brady's parents were at work. Austin's parents were at work. It was just no one was there. No one was there. The only adults that were really there were the neighbors that hated us. And come to find out that those were the neighbors where we accidentally threw a flaming tennis ball in their backyard and almost caught their whole backyard on fire, which made so much sense. He's here because of the tennis ball, and this just looks even worse. So now I'm thinking we're gonna get in trouble for this weird substance that we have. We're gonna get in trouble for the fireball that we threw in the neighbor's backyard. This is just so bad. And next thing you know, we're sitting there, and thankfully it's like 5:30 p.m. so everyone's coming home at the same time, and they see all of us next to this cup on the sidewalk, sitting there with our, hands by our side, looking pitiful. Why this was such a really, really dumb idea. The cop eventually explains that the reason why he showed up was because the neighbors complained that we were trespassing. I think the cop actually thought it was kind of funny and gave us a warning. I mean, I don't know what he would be able to do, but gave us a warning. He says, just, make sure you guys stay within your own facility and not bother others. And he gets in his cop car and leaves. And that probably lasted a good hour of him just making us scared. So, man, here's my advice. Be smart about the choices you choose to do. That'd be my advice to you.
Hey, Junior.